Hello everybody and welcome back to Season 32 of the Pokemon Cup series. Today we're here at Joltis Super Speedway to determine who will be your Season 32 Pokemon Cup series champion. We had 40 or 42 drivers compete here in this season, and now only 4 of them have a shot to win the title. So everything is on the line in this race. And let's look at the starting lineup. Ying Canario in the 21 earns the pole today. On the outside is Balvin in the 23. And the other two Final Four competitors are the 14 of Rich Roy and the 13 of Eli Bright. Those are the 4 that will be competing here today for the championship here at Joltis. And the rest of the field will just try to win here today to end their season out on top. Because some of these drivers may or may not be returning next season. So for some of them it might be their last chance to get to a race in a Pokemon Cup Series car. Johnny Gardner especially, this will be his last race, as he announced his retirement earlier this season. Well, he retired originally after last season, but he decided to come back for one more this season. And so this will be Gardner's last race, unless if he changes his mind again and comes back next season. You never know, though. But Johnny Gardner back in the number 2 for one last time, starting in the 6th spot. And Carter Friesen starts in the 5th position. He was our winner from Orlando, finally getting that first win. He was in the top 5 in points most of the season. And because he didn't get a win, he wasn't in the playoffs. So Friesen finally ended frustration and at least got a win in Orlando. It's a shame, though, it came so late into the season, because if it came earlier, he would have been in the Final Four possibly. But Friesen's trying to do it again, trying to go back-to-back this season here at in the Cup Series. And our returning drivers are Leia Walker in the 92 and Luke Walker in the 62. And Luke made a surprise comeback in the Super Snack 500 and won that race. Leia, by the way, won a race earlier this season as well, so Luke as well got the win this season. And don't worry, they will have more races to run as part-time drivers next season, so you can count on them returning for another run. So that's awesome. And now it's going to be a phenomenal race coming up. 22 laps to decide who's going to be your champion for Season 32. So here we go. The cars roll out, and the championship a champion will be crowned after this race. This exciting race to decide who will be champion for Season 32. Will it be Ying Canario, Balvin, Rich Roy, or Eli Bright? We will find out who is going to be. Pace car comes down pit road. We're about to get green in the season finale here at Joltis. A lot on the line here today. A lot of excitement coming up. So here we go. The green flag is out. The championship race is underway. So far, it's Canario in the lead. You never know, though. One big crash could change all that. It only takes one big crash to really change the outcome of this race. And Eli Bright's already dropping way back, already on the high line. Look at Canario. Look at him with a lot of room. But this is Joltis, though, so things will change in an instant. Look at this, Canario's. Look at that, the 12 car of Marcus Sachi trying to help him out. They're not teammates, but they're similarly colored cars, I would say. Canario first lap led, but whoever has the highest position. It's whoever has the best finish in this race that'll be your champion. Here comes Sachi for second. And wow, Canario just went off like a rocket. I'm not sure how he did that, but right off the bat, he's already in front. But Marcus Sachi is catching up to him real quick. Sachi doesn't want to compete for a championship. He just wants to win a race. And here he comes. All Sachi wants is to win, to to finish the season off with a win. He hasn't had really a good season. He just wants to win a race. All these guys who are not competing for a championship all want to win a race. Sachi still leads. He took that lap. Marcos Yepes is in the 5 car, and he's trying to get the win. He saw his brother Diego won 2 races, including the one at Talladega. So Marcos trying to win for himself here today. Canario is still the highest of the final 4 drivers, but he's on the high line, and it's going to change quickly. Rich Roy way up high. So Roy is having trouble at first trying to get out of the high line to make the pass. Yepes is leading, and here's Justin Roberts in the 18 car also battling for the lead. Colin France is up to 3rd place now. And here's Aiden Milliken in the 4th spot. Oh no, crash! There they go! I saw Roy spin! Roy just got taken out! Gardner spinning! Roy got taken out! And Gardner goes around. Balvin might have gotten hit too! See what I meant with these cautions? They could change the outcome of this race. And we just saw 2 drivers get taken out of contention, possibly. I don't know about the 23. I think he might have had damage. But I do know for a fact that Rich Roy was involved. Oh my gosh. That is incredible. They'll race it back. And Yepes will lead the race. Oh my gosh. That was huge. That was huge. Rich Roy was hit. I saw the 14 get hit. And that championship just went away for the 14. Yep, right here he got turned by Carter Friesen. And then he spun the 6 of Wong. And everybody got collected. And Balvin did get collected in that crash. What a shocker. Balvin involved in the crash. Oh my word. The favorite to win this title gets involved in the crash. Right here he gets taken by Johnny Gardner. Doesn't look like he suffered a lot of damage though. I don't know if he's going to be able to get up to top speed again after that wreck. Oh my gosh. What a big turn. Roy is taken out. And Balvin with some damage. Might cost him later. Insane. That is brutal. And who's out of the race? Roy's out of the race. He's given up. So Rich Roy won't be your champion at all. And he's out. He's done. That's it. Rich Roy, his dreams of winning a championship just went up in smoke. Sorry, my phone just went off. My apologies. We're back to green. My phone just went off on me, and yeah. Wow. Let's get part of it. Look at this. It's Eli Bright as the highest driver in the field. And Canario had problems. He's 31st. What happened to 21? Did he get caught up in something? I didn't even see that. No, it didn't look like he got caught up in... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. He has some damage. What happened? I didn't even see him wreck. He was in that wreck too? Oh no, he was in a different wreck. I didn't even know this. He was in a different wreck. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I didn't even see this. I did not even see this. They were racing back to the caution, and then all of a sudden, this happens. They crash under yellow and Canario got involved. Are you kidding me? I almost missed that. Oh my gosh. I didn't even know that. Canario involved in the wreck. Wow. The only one that won unscathed was the 13 of Eli Bright. Oh my gosh. One of the underdogs in this battle might just have won the title. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. That is incredible. But the question is Eli Bright going to be able to hold on for another 12 laps? Because everybody else in the final four, except for Roy, are still running, and they could still make advance in the championship if the 13 gets tied up. That is incredible. I mean, that just came out of nowhere. Wow. Oh my gosh. That was insane. That was insane. Wow. The 13's still unscathed, but he still has to complete 11 more laps for the championship. Balvin's the next highest driver in the field, and he's got to hope for a miracle. He has to hope for a miracle. Someone to draft him up, anything to happen, a wreck in front of him that he avoids. He has to have something go wrong on the 13 just so that he could have a chance to win. Oh my gosh. What a... Wow. Wow. This is going to be one heck of a controversial playoffs, that's for sure. Balvin doesn't win, I'm sure a lot of fans will be irritated that he didn't get the championship despite winning 4 races. Well, that's the playoffs for you guys. You never know. And Eli Bright, he's in... Right now, he's doing well, and he's going to try to gain up and possibly try to win this title. In the meantime, John Gilbert battles with Marcos Yepes for the lead. Gilbert trying to win again. He already one race and didn't make the playoffs because he didn't have enough points. But he would love to redeem himself and collect another victory here today at Joltis. Andrew Miller still looking for that first career win. Miller might try to win it. He might come back next season. You never know, though. We could have some newcomers. We could have some some favorites coming back next season. Who knows who's coming back next season? Well, we probably know some that might be coming back next season. 9 laps to go, though, to decide a champion. And Eli Bright's running in the top 10. So all he has to do is not be in a wreck, avoid the carnage, and he'll be your champion. Look at how close these guys are. They're really packed, very close, very tight. But Eli Bright goes down low. He wants to lead this thing. He wants to win this race. Here comes Robert Smith. The 10 car trying to go down low. Michael Cano now in second place. Eli Bright, everybody's trying to catch him. Man, Balvin wished that he wasn't involved in that. Balvin wished he could have done a lot of things more differently. I mean, wow, just imagine. But look at Eli Bright in third place. And now Grayson Acevedo trying to get third away. Gilbert and Cano battling in the top two. This will be a lot of fun. 7 laps to go at Zen Joltis. John Gilbert continuing to lead over Michael Cano, trying to block him. Might be the door open for Eli Bright to lead. Bright trying to lead and win the championship and the race, and that would be a very impressive stat. There's Aidan Milliken in the top 5 and Roger Ray running as well. So Bright is completely out of the carnage, but if a caution comes out, we could have an overtime finish. There potentially could be overtime here at Zen Joltis if there is a need for it. And that will bring the field all together again. Everybody would be fixed. And we'd have 2 laps to decide who would win the title. Bright would have to hold off everybody else again in the next 2 laps to win the title. 6 laps to go. All Balvin hopes for is for a caution to come out, and everybody else hopes for is for a caution to come out too. If there's a caution, everybody's back in it to win the race, to championship and the race. I'm sure everybody would love to have that. They're approaching lap traffic. That is John Andrews in the 51 and all alone. Wonder when they're going to approach him. This could really play a factor in who wins this race. Just 5 laps to go at Zen Joltis, and Michael Cano has just taken the lead. There you see the 51 on the top view. 95 down pit road. Could this be the start of pit stops? Oh man, this is going to be a lot of gamble. Oh, I wonder who's going to gamble. Oh, man. Might be the break the 23's looking for. If these guys pit, he might stay out and try to stretch it and win the title. Or might have to play it safe and have no choice but to pit, since he might not have enough fuel to make it. We don't know if any of these guys has enough fuel. We don't know if Vargas just pitted because he had a problem. But if a caution comes out, we will have overtime, and everybody will be back in it. Cody Smart's left out to dry. And John Andrews approaching. Here we go. Just 4 to go. There you see the leaders come down. 33 comes down. 22 as well. Balvin's going to stay out and gain those precious positions. 4 laps to go, and looks like Grayson Acevedo's your new leader. Got a big gap, but he might have to come down on this next lap. Who's going to save fuel and win? I think Balvin's going to try to gamble. He's definitely... I think Balvin's going to try to gamble. He's slower than everybody else. And he has a championship to win. And what about Eli Bright? Is he going to make it to pit road perfectly? If he doesn't, it's going to be trouble. Here we go. 3 to go with Joltis. Who's going to pit at this lap? 13's coming down on this lap. And he makes it perfectly. He makes it through perfectly. And this is the chance Balvin's looking for. 13 comes to pit road now. 48 MDev. 48 Acevedo leads, and MDev's going to try to take it. But all eyes are on the championship 4. Balvin hoping that he stretches the fuel as much as he can to win this race for the championship. Oh, it's going to be very close. 13's on pit road and he's out. He is already off pit road. If Balvin can get a lap against him, he might be in good shape. But here comes the rest of the pack with 2 to go. 00 and 11 take the pits. And he's not gambling. Balvin is not gambling. Right now he's 15th. Where is the 13? Back up to speed, I believe, in, I don't know, 18th? He might still actually be in front of Balvin. He might actually still be in front of Balvin. I don't know. I don't have a clue. Right now the leader is Matthew Emdev, but who's going to make it out on fuel? Just 2 to go. And the last time they scored, the 23... Let me try to... Oh, wow. This is hard to find. Oh, wow. 23 is 15th. And what about the 13? 24th. Oh, boy. White flag in the air with 1 lap to go. Here we go. Last lap. There's Balvin, and he's not going to pit. He's going to take the chance. He's going to gamble for the championship. He's now in 9th. He's in the top 10. All he has to do is hang on and win the title. It looked like it was a long shot to win this title. Some cars are out of fuel. It looked like that Balvin was a long shot, but he played pit strategy well, and he might try to win the title, trying to save fuel to win. Does Balvin have enough gas? Might have to let the 6 go. Final corner, battling for the win. It's either MDev or Roger Ray. It looks like MDev might have cleared everybody for the win. Final turn, Matthew MDev is going to win this race. Who's going to be champion though? Balvin's out of fuel. Final corner, trying to stretch it out. Can he make it to the finish line to win the title? Can he do it? It looks like he will. Balvin wins. Balvin wins the title. In 9th place. Just barely makes it. He just ran out on the final lap. And O'Neal Balvin is your champion. He did it. He saves the fuel. And he had plenty more coverage left. Here comes Eli Bright. And he crosses the line. What about Ying Canario? Canario might have been out of fuel. He had no chance to win this title anyway. 33rd. There's Canario. I don't know if he even crossed the start-finish line. But he knows that he didn't win the title. No, he didn't. He did not. And he slows down. There was just no point. Just thought that he was way too far out. 21 just slows up. Try to save the fuel. Couldn't make it. And here he comes, coaxing to the start-finish line. He's got it. There it is. He crosses the line officially. And O'Neal Balvin has done it. He plays the strategy game and wins the championship. It looked like a championship had slipped away from him in the first couple laps when he was involved in that crash. But he came back. He knew that the 13 car had to come to pit road for fuel. And Balvin, he pitted earlier than everybody else, so he thought, why not gamble? He took the tires and fuel and decided to gamble for it. A championship was on the line, so he had to gamble, and he stretched it as far as he went. He ran out of gas in the final corner of the race, and somehow stretches it to the start-finish line to coax in 9th. So he did it. Balvin, he did it. Man, the regular season champion finally wins the Pokemon Cup Series overall championship. That's the first time anyone has ever done that in the series. And well deserved. It's O'Neal Balvin. What a run for this guy. Wow. The 23 of Balvin wins the championship in the Pokemon Cup Series for Season 32. What an end to the season. 9th place he came in to win. And by the way, the rest of the field, Matthew Mdev takes home the win of the race. He had to hold off Grayson Acevedo at the end to get the win. So Mdev ends the season off with a race victory, something he loved. But if he was in the Final Four, that would have won him the championship. He was a playoff driver, by the way, I thought I might add. And we're going to add the points and make it official. And this season has come to a close. What a season it was. And just so you know where the other drivers finished the race. Bright 21st, Canario 33rd, and Roy was out in 38th. Wow, Gardner finishes 42nd his last race. Oh, man, that has got to hurt. Oh, Johnny Gardner. He went out with a bang, all right, in 42nd. Oh, boy. Wow. But he still has those 2 championships. And he's one of the best drivers we've ever had in the series. And we wish him best of the best in retirement. And we don't know if he's going to come back next season or if he's going to retire after this season. You never know. But Mdev takes the win in the race, and O'Neal Balvin is your champion for Season 32. One last look at the statistics here in the Pokemon Cup Season 32. There's Balvin, outright champion, regular season champion, already claimed that. There you see the stats. 4 wins, 11 top 5s, 18 top 10s, 3 DNFs, and 4 poles. He was the driver to beat in the series this season. And he'll be back next season. Yeah, he'll be back next season for sure. Carter Friesen second in points somehow with just 1 win. Second most points overall. Third was a Matthew Mdev with 2 points. His second win brought him into 3. So he's a 2-time winner officially, and he got 2 wins. A very good season. And Alexander Rose, the only one of the top 10 without a win. How shocking is that? Wow. Cullen Francis won 2 races. Roy won 2 races. Roy was also deserving of being in the Final Four with those 2 wins and 12 top 10s. Manoli had 1 win. Marks had a win. Canario, a 2-time winner, also was a deserving Final Four candidate. And Eli Bright was 10th in points. Underdog, though, with just 1 win. Imagine if he won the title with just 1 race win. That could have been something. Man, Bright came up short on that run. He had a pit. He didn't go to pit road under caution unlike Balvin did. So he had to come to pit road for fuel. He had no choice. If he stretched it out, I think it would have been out with just a few laps left. Could have been overtime finish if the cars were too slow to get it back in. But, well, he just didn't know if it was going to be an overtime finish or not, and he had to do the right thing. So, well, that's tough to lose a championship like that. Cody Lupton, 1 win this season into 24, really good. Diego Yepes had 2 wins overall. I think everybody except Marcos Yepes and Hedrick won a race. I believe. Yeah, I believe so. Yepes was in the 5. Andrew Miller and Christian Vargas had no wins. Well, they're rookies, so they're getting their feet wet, and hopefully that'll turn into wins someday. Robert Smith, a 3-time winner, shockingly didn't make the Final 4. He was eliminated in the round of 8. Could have been a well-deserved candidate to be in the Final 4. And the others have no wins. Cody Smart, Marcus Sacchi, Philip Goldberg, Anthony Lopez. Shocking that Goldberg didn't win a race in the season after he won the championship. He was our last season champion, and he didn't win a race. That's pretty depressing. He had 11 top 10s, though, so at least that's something. Lopez, no wins. Johnny Gardner in his final season had 2 wins. So if this is his last season, then he went out with a bang. He went out on top. He at least got 2 wins and got far to the playoffs. Got a playoff spot at least. Steve Morgan, no wins for him. Grayson Acevedo, like I said, 3 wins for him. He did pretty good. Gilbert Barreto and Jonathan Wong, they had 1 win. At least they won a race. They tried their hardest. They won a race. That's something to be happy about. John Andrews didn't get a win. Jonathan Fast, James Richardson, Justin Roberts, Roger Ray, at least they collected their wins. Roger Ray finally won a cup race, so that was pretty great. Roberts, I had spelled Roberts. I apologize for that. That was an error in my part. It's Roberts, and he got 1 win. Richardson 1 win. Fast got 1 win. Pete, you didn't get a win. Only 1 top 5 the entire season. It was a terrible season for the 9 car. Maybe I'll have to change drivers in that 9 car next season. Oh well. Joshua Siculi and Marcos Yepes, no wins for them. Hawkins and Michael Cano had 1 win each. Not bad. They were the lowest drivers in points with a win. Cano already had a win this season. I apologize if I forgot about that. Hawkins did win 2. Stapleton, Fitzwater, Patrick Smith, Adam Milliken, Derek Hamill. They were the least. They had the least production among the drivers in this season. Stapleton and Hamill, rookies. Milliken, I believe, competed in a couple seasons before, so he was getting really rusty. Patrick Smith, I'm surprised he didn't have a great season at all. Neither did Fitzwater. Those both 2 drivers, Patrick Smith, Zach Fitzwater, they were usually winners, but this was not a good season for them. Leigh and Luke Walker, despite having part-time rides, 7 races, they each got a win, which I'm impressed. I'm just impressed. They only competed in 7 races, yet they had 2 wins together. Wow. Maybe Luke or Leia could be in the 9 car next season, and Pichu might be in a part-time role. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing, so we'll just have to wait and see about that. We'll just have to think about that and go through it. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this wonderful season of the Pokemon Cup series. I love doing this, and next season we're going to be doing it again. Season 33, I used the Menex 17 mod for this season, and in the middle of it, they updated it to Menex 18. The only difference is that they added the Chevy, the new Chevy car. It was SS, I believe. I forgot what the Chevy car was, but they added a new Chevy car to that from the 17 and replaced the old Chevy with it. And a lot of new paint schemes came out for the Menex 18 mods, so I'm going to use most, if not all of them, next season. It's going to be a little bit of a different look for it, but we're keeping the same Menex mode into it. And we're going to be bringing back the X Series and Truck Series next season as well, along with Season 33 of the Cup Series. But first, I gotta have to do the IndyCar Series and ARCA Series. I never got started in either of those series, and I'm going to go to work as soon as I can on those 2 series. Don't worry, you'll see races coming from those 2 series very soon. Because of that, I'm not going to have the sign-ups video up immediately. I'll let you know when sign-ups for the Season 33 season of the Pokemon Cup series are. I'll let you know on Facebook, and might have to do a YouTube video letting you know when sign-ups are up for all 3 series, for the X, Trucks, and Cup series, and what rules I have to set up for the sign-ups. So I might have to do that. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this entire season. This was a lot of fun to do. It was a blast. It was a blast to do this season, and I'm so glad I finally got it done. There's gonna be there's gonna be a couple changes in season 33. Nothing too radical, but there's gonna be a couple changes in the races and all that stuff. Some cars are gonna be replaced in and out, so can't wait for this season. I mean, I can't wait for next season. And the X Series and Truck Series, they will be back next season as soon as I'm done with ARCA and IndyCar. That's the two series I'm going to be doing next. So I will have those two races up. Don't worry. I'll do them. But I hope you enjoyed season 32 anyway, and we'll see you guys next season. And one last look in victory lane. We'll join Matthew MDev. And that's it. That is the season, and it's all over. So, thanks for watching Season 32 of the Pokemon Cup Series. I'll see you all next season on Season 33, and we'll have the Pokemon ARCA and IndyCar Series up next. I will get those started, and we hope you enjoyed this season, and we'll see you guys next time.